Hi guys, Martin from Belief. In this video we're going to look at how to change the phone number at the top of your website here. In our case 1300 235 433. While I'm here there is a video and an FAQ on how to change these button colours and apply them globally, in fact, to a range of different buttons that might appear on your website, particularly the hover colour or the resting colour, which is usually aligned with your brand colour. But in any case, we're going to look at how to change this particular number from within Yabber. Now we're also going to touch on, I guess, how to change or how to alter these numbers in the footer of your website. There is a separate FAQ that deals with that. So from within Yabber, the way you access this panel is via the website management menu, and it will return the first website management panel. There are 7 different website pages, and you'll cycle through those with the chevrons here shown on the right hand side. Next to the front button is a little phone icon. If you can click that, and that will take us to the phone number registration panel. You have to apologize for the slow speed of the browser at the moment. Unfortunately, the screen recording software just slows down everything to a complete halt. And it's probably because I've got a million tabs open and it's struggling for memory. So we'll first quickly look at the review panel. The review panel shows all those numbers that are currently registered to our system and that may be used anywhere on our website. And we'll come back to this and we'll talk about this in a moment. If the page hangs because of the screen recording software, I'll talk about it a little bit prematurely. So we're going to register a number here. And I'm going to register the number 1-800, come on, 1-800 funnel. We use 1-800 funnel and 1300 funnel for various types of promotional purposes. Obviously the number is closely aligned with the marketing funnel, and that's the point of it. So the number is 1-800 386 635. And by the way, while I'm here, 1-800, 1300 and 13 anything numbers are really good to have. They, well, the entire telco infrastructure now is migrated to VoIP systems, and that includes your home phone, which is now attached to the NBN network, so it is a SIP device. So virtually the world runs on VoIP now, and even in mobile connectivity, a part of your mobile connection will use VoIP for some part of that. If you don't have 1-800 or 13, there is a 1300 number. There is a video that deals with that. They are excellent because they deal with simultaneous ring, sequential rings, call handling, voice call, voice recordings, voicemail, and so on. There's probably about a dozen really big ticket features that makes it kind of essential for any really growing business. But again, there is another video that deals with that. We're going to save this, and now it's saved, we can send to our website. Now, again, all of this might take a bit of time just because of the screen recording, so if that happens I'll just talk in over the top of it as pages are loading and so on. So even that send panel still hasn't come up. For some reason the screen recording just sort of freezes the page. So I'll select Belief Business there, which is one of our dev sites, and I'll select 1-800 funnel. Down the bottom there you can see 1300 funnel is already selected. Now what will this action do? This action will update your website with all numbers registered to Yabber. So not just the number that is selected here, but all numbers registered to Yabber. Or all active numbers that are registered to Yabber, because from the review panel you can deselect numbers which makes them inactive and they don't send to your website. If a number is deactivated and no number exists with a shortcode, if that shortcode happens to be used, it will default to this primary number that is selected. But this primary number will show at the top of your website. Okay, it will show in that primary button towards the top. So I'm going to select that here, and website is updated. Now I'm going to go back to that page. This is where it might take a second because all pages are slow at the moment. So I'll refresh that and we'll just give it a few seconds, and this number 1300 235 433 will change. Now while that's doing its thing, I'll just talk to you briefly about phone numbers that are scattered throughout your website in various locations. Now they may be in or on blog posts or in FAQ pages or on any page at all throughout your website. I think one of the silliest things you can do is hard code that phone number onto your website, particularly in an industry where there's a lot of movement. Brokers move on, they develop their own brand, they do different things, they will often change their phone number. Hard coding anything is kind of a big no-no, or hard coding anything that in a static way that is by nature a dynamic object should be attached to a system that can globally alter the occurrence of all of those numbers throughout your site. And that's what Yabber does. So the page is loaded there. We've got 1-800-386-635. So that's that. And if someone clicks on that, obviously it will call you. It is attached to a trigger, so the statistics for clicking on any phone number link is recorded by default and is available within the Xena API. So that's that. Now you will note the phone numbers down the bottom. I'm just going to refresh this page, which again proves problematic. There's the 1300 235 433. That won't change. None of these will change. In fact, I was going to go over these briefly, but I will create a separate number because the system that manages this block of numbers here, in fact, this entire asset is kind of central to the system now. So I'll come back to it. Now it's worth mentioning, I'm just going to try and select another tab here, but it's not working for me. We'll give it a second. From Yabber, in the review panel, which will pop up in a second, we can copy the shortcode from that review panel and use it directly in our website to render a phone number. So if ever that phone number has to be changed or whatever, and you might have dozens of occurrences of that number throughout your website, you can simply use the shortcode, and if the number changes, then all of those numbers can be altered simultaneously with just one update here from within the system, and that's just by editing a phone number from within the review panel and assigning a new number to what is a phone number ID. I'm just going to show you where to copy that shortcode as soon as the page decides to load for us. There we go. So here are all the phone numbers. You can edit from here. Now if I select any of these numbers and open it up, it's going to give me a couple of shortcodes. And these shortcodes and why they exist and how they are used, is detailed in an FAQ on our website. The FAQ itself is a little bit outdated now and it's showing older screenshots and things. But the philosophy, the underlying functionality effectively remains the same. And I think there's something towards the bottom of this FAQ that's important, worth talking about from memory. So we'll just give it a second to show up. Oh, here they are, the shortcode attributes. So if you do use shortcode, you can refer back to the shortcode attributes here that alter the way in which the number is returned, such as the font weight, whether it's bold, the font size, the color link, and so on. In most cases, they can be ignored. Right? In most cases, they can be ignored because you don't want the phone number necessarily to be a different color. You don't want it to stand out. It's just standard text that happens to be an active link. And that is an important point to make there. Any number that is added via those shortcodes does become a number link, and it can reference the number itself. So call us on 1300 235 433, or you can have a text anchor there. So it can say call us at our office, and the at our office part might be linked and so on. But all that is detailed in this FAQ. Give it a look. It's a great system, works really well. It's bulletproof, and it supports, most importantly, your agile marketing philosophy. That is your ability to make changes simply and easily and not having to rely on web development teams or technology guys to make really simple changes throughout your website. If you have any issues, give me a call on 0400 777 300. Call or text me at any time. Our office number is 1300 235 433. It's 1300 Belief, and our website beliefmedia.com.au. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.